But anyway, there's a bunch of future stuff that we want to talk about because these are some value bets that you might want to get on now because they're going to pay you better now than you. I'm just saying, like, if somebody has a shitty preseason or stubs their toe and they're like, oh, I don't know about this anymore, you got them at a higher value. So where do you want to start, Gooch?
We'll just go down in order here.
MVP?
Going with the MVP.
Okay.
So MVP odds, it has Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen as the clear favorites at plus 700. Brady coming in at plus 8. Rodgers 9. Herbert at plus 1,000. I think the first real value here is probably Justin Herbert at plus 1,000. When we're talking about the rest of the guys, Josh Allen, like plus
Madison just, I love
plus
him.
700.
He's dreamy.
Plus 700 is value anyway at this point. You would imagine that these guys, those numbers get chopped in half. I think Rodgers in December was like plus 400 to win MVP, right? And he was pretty much going to win it. So anybody right now is decent value. Plus 700 is good value across the board. But really good value here is Matthew Stafford at plus 1,400.
Really?
I know AJ last year, that was his pick. And if Stafford didn't have a rough month where I think he was more injured than people thought, he would have been in the top 3, I think, in MVP. They only had a month where they didn't play well. The Rams lost 3 or 4, and then I think that's the only games they lost all year outside of the last week.
Same odds as Matthew Stafford, come in with 2 other quarterbacks, and that'd be Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Any value in that?
I think Dak losing the receiver really hurts him. I know that's why Rodgers' value is I'm not looking at Rodgers as a potential MVP because it would be really egregious to say that he's going to go in and repeat an MVP performance without the weapons that he had. So that would be ridiculous on my part. Equally as ridiculous to think that Dak would be a better value than Stafford. That's not to say that Dak doesn't have some value. It's just it's hard for me to see it based on the weapons around him, which you need in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jones is plus 5,000, and so is Jonathan Taylor. Like that's
you skipped over one glaring one, and that's Trey Lance at plus 4,000. He's the same. So you're telling me Trey Lance has the same likelihood to win MVP than Derrick Henry? Are we kidding with that? That make any sense? Trey Lance hasn't taken a snap.
It does make sense.
And he only played 1 year in college.
It makes sense based on the fact that look what NFL players that haven't been quarterbacks had to do in the season that they won an MVP.
Yes.
It's absurd. So Derrick Henry, look what he's done the last couple of years. How many MVPs has he got?
Who?
Derrick Henry. None. Case in point. So it's really,
but it's hard
really
for a running
hard.
back to get. You got
That's my point. So if you look at when Lamar Jackson became the MVP, which is another guy I want to talk about, because if you look at the offense that Lamar Jackson's rolling out this year, it's almost identical to the offense he rolled out there in his MVP.
Oh, season. So you actually kind of lied because you said that Derrick Henry was the first running back that was
very good joke.
Lamar Jackson's up there as a running back for plus 2,000.
But if you're looking at what Trey Lance might be bringing to the table,
he might be the same guy
for that 49er team. He might be a very Lamar Jackson-esque type guy, the way he takes the league on by storm with the athletic ability, the ability to run the ball and be the dual threat. And the 49ers have a good roster. So it's like if they win a ton of games and they go deep
if they keep Debo.
Debo's not going anywhere.
I feel the same
didn't
way.
Even trade
I feel the same way. Yeah, that's crazy.
He doesn't budge. So I'll give him that.
Do I have a third page yet? I mean, there's a couple guys that are Baker Mayfield plus 8,000.
Well, I think that
you want to hear something funny?
There's also some value in Derek Carr. I talked about what he's got, those weapons: Waller, Renfro, Adams, Jacobs.
Bro, first of all, can we also talk about the same odds here for one Baker Mayfield, right? Who doesn't have a starting job yet. Same odds, Carson Wentz at plus 8,000. So that just goes to show you how much trash bag Carson Wentz is with the Commanders.
It makes you think like
Deebo Samuel's out there for plus 10,000. Did you say that already?
No, and then
plus
so
10,
is Daniel Jones and Justin Fields. So don't even bother.
Right? Save your money unless you want to put like one of those $2 bets.
No, but if we're doing a deep dive here, who's the lowest quarterback that might? Zach Wilson plus 15,000.
Boom.
But like
done.
that makes
Lock
sense though. But that makes sense, right?
Like Zach Wilson too.
He's not, but he doesn't even have a chance. Like unless like he has this outrageous year.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? That's gonna happen. But
I like the Jets this year. I already went on record saying I like the Jets.
But not for Zach Wilson to win MVP.
Trevor Lawrence at plus 8,000. I'm gonna
we just
donate some money there.
Just
maybe somebody just fart out of their chest. What was it? It sounds like
no, that was me. Relax over the bowel movements. I'm all right.
Do you think the NFL? Like this is obviously every year could be the last year for Brady or Rodgers, right? So even if those guys go out there and throw 4,700 yards and make the playoffs,
Are they going to gift them the MVP the
Yes,
way they
is
did
my
Steve
question.
Nash over Kobe? No.
No, not like that.
Oof, remember that?
But obviously like that. What do you mean no? You don't think that would happen
I don't think
at
they're
all?
going to gift because then why didn't Brady win it last year?
Because he didn't even. I don't know why, to be honest.
And
Well,
Kyle,
Rodgers was better last year, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're going to give it to the guy that deserves it.
Kyle,
I think if anything, people hate Rodgers, so they won't give it to him for that.
Well, I understand stats don't lie, and I'm a big component on that. You say 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He lost to the Jaguars when it meant the most. I'm sorry. You suck. You suck.
I think what it comes down to is that Carson Wentz does everything very decent until it's time that he has to do something a little better than decent, and he fucks up. Plus 600, Myles Garrett. Plus 650, TJ Watt. Plus 750, Aaron Donald. Real value coming in for the first time at plus 1,100, Micah Parsons.
Yes, sir.
That's probably the value.
Yes,
I
sir.
think it could be his to lose this year. Is that the defense is now built around him. I'm not saying he wasn't confident going into last year, but now he knows he's the man. So you could expect Micah Parsons to make a leap, which is scary. Dave, I'm going to stop talking now because I don't want to get you all excited about your boy.
Ooh.
But if I'm looking deeper and deeper into this, Darius Leonard's the one name that stands out to me at plus 3,000 because the Colts defense is really good. He's just a machine at
What about Daniel
forcing
Hunter?
fumbles.
Plus 4.
The most forced fumbles, I think, by any player over the 3-season stretch, and he did it all in 1 year. Like Darius Leonard just strips every single person and I'm not talking about.
Yes, I got you.
Yes.
Good ball stripper.
Danielle Hunter, I know Kyle's big on him, thinking that he's going to make a big impact for the Vikings at plus 4,000. Everybody else, it's a really crapshoot with defensive player of the year. Outside the top 5 or 6 guys, I think you could maybe get some value, eliminate almost any corner you could take out of the equation.
100%.
I think there was a little bit too high. Like for whatever reason, I feel like the pass rushing ability, the pass rushing position, whether you're edge or defensive tackle, that actually, I think that should be top ranked. Just like you said, don't talk about any corners. They put Khalil Mack at plus, what was it, 2,500? I don't know about all that. Like he rushes the passer well, but we don't know what he's going to be doing with the Chargers. It's going to be different. Those odds are a little weird for me.
It's good value there, no? I mean, I don't think he's going to be that. I don't think
good
he's going to win
value
it, but
for the money.
we're looking at, you got another guy on the other side now that he hasn't had. I mean, he's played on some good defensive lines, but that defense in itself is loaded.
You got a Bosa.
Their offense is good. So it's not like you're just playing on a defense where the offense is going to slow the game down. Like the teams are going to have to try and score on them. Teams are going to have to throw on them, and it's going to be pretty easy to decide what they're going to be doing in the third quarter on. They're going to be throwing the ball because the Chargers score points.